You finally opened a high-yield savings account, but these 7 critical errors are silently draining thousands from your balance while you think your money is working for you. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to stop losing money and start actually building wealth with the account you already have. Before we get into it, drop a comment below and tell me what interest rate your high-yield savings account is currently paying you. I want to see what you are working with, and honestly, your answer might surprise you once we get through this list. Mistake number 1 is staying with a bank that is paying you basically nothing. Here is why this happens. When most people decide to open a high-yield savings account, they simply Google the term, click the first result they see, and sign up. Or even worse, they open one through their existing bank because it feels safe and familiar. The problem is that not all high-yield savings accounts are created equal. Some banks are paying 4.5% right now. Others are calling their account high yield while offering you 0.5%. That is a massive difference. Here's what that actually costs you in real dollars. If you have $10,000 sitting in an account earning 0.5%, you are making $50 a year. If you move that same $10,000 to an account earning 4.5%, you are making $450 a year. Over 5 years with compounding, that gap becomes over $2,000 just from not shopping around. That is real money walking out the door. The fix is simple. Go to a site like Bankrate or NerdWallet right now and sort high-yield savings accounts by APY. Look for accounts that are consistently near the top, have no monthly fees, and are FDIC insured. Then move your money. It takes about 15 minutes, and it could be worth thousands over time. Mistake number 2 is not understanding that your rate can change at any time. This catches so many people off guard. You open an account because you saw an advertised rate of 5%, you feel good about yourself, and then you completely forget to check in on it. Meanwhile, the bank has quietly dropped your rate to 2%, and you have no idea because you stopped paying attention. High-yield savings account rates are variable. They move with the federal funds rate, and they also move based on what each individual bank decides to do with their margins. Banks are not required to notify you every single time your rate drops. They might send a notification buried in an email you never opened, or they might update their terms and call it good. The real cost here is subtle but consistent. If your rate drops by 1.5% on a $20,000 balance and you do not notice for a full year, you just lost $300 without doing anything wrong except not paying attention. The fix is to set a calendar reminder every single month to log into your account and check your current APY. It takes 2 minutes. If your rate has dropped significantly and better options are available, move your money. There is no loyalty reward in banking. Banks are not loyal to you, and you do not need to be loyal to them. Mistake number 3 is keeping too much money in your high-yield savings account. Wait, this sounds backwards, right? How can having too much in savings be a mistake? Here is the thing. A high-yield savings account is a great place for your emergency fund and money you will need within the next 1 to 3 years. But if you are parking $50,000 in savings earning 4% while inflation is running at 3%, you are only really gaining 1% in purchasing power. Meanwhile, that money invested in a diversified index fund has historically returned around 7 to 10% annually after inflation. The opportunity cost here is enormous. If you have $30,000 above your emergency fund sitting in savings instead of invested, and the market returns an average of 8% over 10 years while your savings account returns 4%, the difference in your final balance is over $18,000. That gap is the price you pay for keeping money in the wrong place. The fix is to define your savings buckets clearly. Your emergency fund should cover 3 to 6 months of expenses and live in your high yield.